Welcome, weary traveler of thought, to a quiet corner of understanding. Let your eyelids grow heavy, like ancient parchment unfurling its secrets in the softest breeze. We begin our gentle journey not in the vast, swirling reaches of distant galaxies, nor within the bustling heart of a scientific laboratory, but right here, in the tender embrace of your own living space. Picture it, if you will, the room where you often find yourself settling. Perhaps as the day begins to stir, or as the evening gently folds itself around the edges of the world. Imagine the soft, subtle shift as morning light begins its slow, deliberate dance. It doesn't burst forth with a startling shout. No, it persuades the darkness to recede, little by little. First, a mere whisper of gray against the window pane, a hint of pearl and rose woven into the deepest indigo. Then a slender ribbon of gold, tracing the outline of your curtains. Patiently waiting. It's like a shy child, peeking around a doorframe, uncertain of its welcome but persistent in its gentle offering. This light, this quiet, unassuming light, begins to fill the space, not with force, but with a pervasive softness, caressing the familiar contours of your furniture, warming the dust motes that float like tiny, forgotten stars in the still air. Feel the way the light stretches, almost lazily, across the polished surface of a wooden table, revealing the intricate grain that tells a silent story of countless seasons. It illuminates the fine threads of a woven rug, each loop and knot a tiny universe of fiber. This is the essence of light in our daily lives. It doesn't just show us what is there, it helps us see the texture, the depth, the quiet details that often escape our hurried glances. It is a painter without a brush, simply revealing the masterpieces that already exist around us, hidden in plain sight. And this light, this familiar, comforting light, travels through space, your living room space, with an effortless grace, never demanding, always simply being. Consider a single, delicate leaf, perhaps from a potted plant near the window. Watch it as it detaches from its stem, not with a sudden snap, but with a gentle, almost reluctant sigh. It begins its descent, not plummeting, but drifting softly through the air. Observe its slow, elegant pirouette, a miniature ballet performed in silence. It twirls, it glides, it lingers for a moment as if suspended by an invisible thread, before finally coming to rest on the polished floor. This is how we experience the space closest to us as a fluid, responsive medium, a cushion through which things can fall, or float, or simply exist. It feels solid enough to hold us, yet ethereal enough to allow the lightest dust motes to dance. This silent, unhurried fall of the leaf is a quiet meditation on the nature of space as a presence, not an absence. It is not merely empty, it holds, it allows. It participates in the quiet drama of existence. And what of the air itself? This invisible ocean that surrounds us. It is a tapestry of countless tiny particles, a silent, swirling dance that we breathe in and out with every peaceful exhalation. Feel its gentle coolness against your skin, or the faint, almost imperceptible warmth it carries from a nearby lamp. This air, this space filled with the very breath of your room, is a testament to the fact that space is never truly empty. It is always brimming with something, always participating in the quiet symphony of existence. It is this familiar, comforting presence of air and light that forms the gentle cradle of our perception, guiding our minds into a state of tranquility. As you settle deeper into this moment, allow your awareness to expand, gently. Think about how your own body occupies this space, the soft weight of your head against a pillow, the gentle curve of your spine as you rest, the expansive quiet that seems to fill the room as silence deepens around you. This personal space, your immediate environment, is a sanctuary. It is here that thoughts can wander freely, unburdened by external clamor. It is here that we feel most safe and secure, held within the quiet boundaries of our own surroundings. This feeling of warmth and containment, like being nestled within a favorite blanket, is the very foundation upon which we will gently explore the grander spaces of the cosmos. Even the objects in your room, the quiet companions of your daily life, participate in this gentle ballet of light and space. A book resting on a bedside table, its pages hinting at untold stories. A teacup, still holding the faint warmth of a soothing brew. Each object occupies its own particular portion of space, defined by the light that falls upon it, casting soft, elongated shadows that stretch and sway with the sun's slow journey. These shadows are not voids. They are simply places where light has chosen not to visit for a moment, waiting for its turn to reveal what lies within. They are ephemeral paintings, constantly shifting, constantly reminding us of the dynamic interplay between light and absence. Now, let's gently consider the pervasive quiet that begins to deepen as the world outside settles into its own slumber. This quiet is not merely the absence of sound, it is a presence in itself, a soft, enveloping blanket that allows your own thoughts to emerge with greater clarity. In this stillness, the subtle sounds of your home become clearer: the gentle hum of a refrigerator, the distant murmur of the wind, the soft ticking of an unseen clock. Each sound, no matter how faint, travels through the space around you, a tiny wave rippling across a tranquil pond, eventually fading into the soft embrace of the quiet. This quiet allows your mind to expand, to drift, to let go of the day's scattered fragments. Think of your own breath, a gentle rhythm that anchors you to this moment. Each inhale, a quiet expansion, drawing the essence of the surrounding air into your being. Each exhale, a soft release, blending your warmth back into the space around you. This continuous, effortless exchange is a miniature echo of the grand, cosmic breathing, the constant give and take that defines the universe. Your body, a vessel of awareness, exists within this space, perfectly attuned to its subtle energies. You are not separate from it. You are woven into its very fabric, a delicate thread in the grand tapestry of existence. This is the gentle beginning of our understanding of space and light. It starts with the very real, very personal sensations that surround you right now. The way a sunbeam illuminates a dust mote, transforming something mundane into a tiny, glittering spectacle. The way the air itself feels, a comforting presence that holds the delicate dance of breath and light. These are not just observations. They are invitations to a deeper awareness, a gentle prompting to notice the subtle wonders that unfold around us every single moment. Allow your mind to linger on these peaceful images, the soft, pervasive light, a silent invitation to rest, the still, responsive air, a gentle embrace, the unwavering quiet, a deep well of peace. These elements, so fundamental to our experience, are the familiar anchors from which we will gently drift into grander explorations. There is no rush, no urgency, only a quiet, unfolding curiosity, like the slow opening of a night-blooming flower. You are safe here, nestled in the gentle current of these thoughts, drifting towards a deeper understanding of the universe and of the peaceful quiet within yourself. Let the light in your mind soften, the edges of your thoughts blur, like a watercolor painting dissolving gently into a dream. The space around you is a friendly companion, holding you with a tender embrace. The air you breathe is a balm, soothing your senses, and the quiet that deepens around you is an invitation to release, to simply be. In this stillness, we prepare to gently step beyond the familiar, to explore the subtle, hidden truths that govern the universe, guided by the very essence of light itself. Rest easy, and let your mind simply observe, without effort, without demand. As the gentle echoes of your personal space begin to softly fade, let us now extend our awareness, like a widening ripple on a tranquil pond. We step, not with a hurried stride, but with the observer's gentle step into a slightly grander contemplation. For too long, perhaps, We have imagined space as a mere emptiness, a vast, silent container into which we pour our lives and our worlds. But what if it were more? What if it were not a void at all, but a presence? A subtle woven fabric, an invisible silk that gently cradles all existence. Imagine, if you will, not a stark, empty box, but a colossal, intricate tapestry, spun from the very essence of possibility. This isn't a tapestry woven with threads of cotton or wool, but with something far more ethereal, the continuous, flowing presence of space itself. It stretches out in every direction, boundless and unending. Yet it possesses a quiet responsiveness, a subtle pliancy. Think of a vast, still lake on a windless morning. Its surface, seemingly flat and unchanging, can be coaxed into gentle undulations by the lightest breath, or can perfectly mirror the towering trees on its distant shore. This lake, in its silent receptivity, is closer to the true nature of space than any empty box could ever be. This cosmic tapestry is not passive. It is an active participant in the grand dance of the universe. When you move your hand through the air, you are not simply displacing emptiness. You are stirring this subtle medium, creating tiny, unseen currents within its flow. When a bird takes flight, its wings are not merely pushing against nothing. They are finding purchase within the unseen currents of this spatial presence. Even as you breathe in and out, you are engaging in a quiet, intimate exchange with this pervasive, invisible essence that surrounds and penetrates everything. And where does time fit into this quiet contemplation time? Two is not a separate, relentless tick-tock, but an intrinsic part of this boundless fabric. Imagine strands of flowing silk, not just stretching horizontally, but also cascading vertically. Space, then, would be the horizontal expanse, and time, the gentle, ceaseless cascade. They are interwoven, inseparable. Two halves of a single, continuous reality. We call this intricate union spacetime, and it is the true canvas upon which the universe paints its magnificent, ever-unfolding story. Consider a tiny ripple spreading across the surface of that tranquil lake. The ripple doesn't just move across the flat plane, it has a duration, a lifespan, fading gently over moments. This is how space and time are intertwined. A movement through space always involves a passage through time, and every moment in time exists within the boundless expanse of space. They are two faces of the same coin, two partners in a silent, perpetual waltz. Now, let us introduce the most extraordinary element in this quiet tapestry: light. Light is not merely a flicker or a flash. It is a profound revelation, a gentle messenger that traverses the vastness of this woven reality. Imagine a single photon, an individual packet of light, not as a frantic dart, but as an infinitely curious traveler. It glides effortlessly, its journey guided by unseen currents, its path a shimmering thread upon the cosmic loom. It is born from the fiery heart of a star, or the humble glow of a lamp, and then it sets forth, undeterred, crossing unimaginable distances to bring us information, warmth, and vision. But light is more than just a traveler. It is also a sensitive observer. It responds to the subtle undulations and gentle curvatures of spacetime. It feels the presence of massive objects, not through force, but through the yielding of the very fabric upon which it travels. Think of a tiny dewdrop clinging to a spider's web. The web, though delicate, bends ever so slightly under the dewdrop's weight. The dewdrop, in turn, reflects the world around it, its tiny surface a perfect mirror of the grander landscape. Light is much like that dewdrop, its path influenced by the subtle bending of spacetime, and in turn, it carries the reflections of those cosmic curvatures back to us. When light enters your eye, it has completed an astonishing journey, perhaps from the sun, perhaps from a distant lamp. It has navigated the intricate architecture of spacetime, gently curving around unseen obstacles, carrying within its very essence the story of its travels. It does not demand attention, it simply presents itself, a quiet offering of information, And in that presentation, it allows us to see the world, to perceive the space around us, to understand the arrangement of objects, the play of shadows, the very depth of our surroundings. Without light, space would remain a silent, unknowable mystery. With light, it unfolds into a vibrant, ever-present reality. This understanding of space as a responsive medium and light as its gentle navigator is a profound and peaceful idea. It replaces the starkness of emptiness with the richness of presence. It allows us to view the universe not as a cold, indifferent expanse, but as a living, breathing entity, its fabric constantly engaged in a silent dialogue with the energy that traverses it. There is a deep, quiet harmony in this cosmic arrangement, a sense of everything being perfectly placed, perfectly interconnected. As you allow these thoughts to gently settle in your mind, imagine the quiet dignity of a single flower unfolding its petals to the morning sun. The petals do not force themselves open. They respond to the gentle warmth, the persistent light, the unseen energies of their environment. Their opening is a testament to the subtle responsiveness of nature, a slow, graceful unfurling. In the same way, the universe unfolds its secrets to us, not with a sudden clamor, but with a patient, inviting grace. There is a profound comfort in realizing that we, too, are woven into this fabric of space-time. Our own bodies, our thoughts, our very existence are part of this grand, continuous flow. The light that touches your skin, the air that fills your lungs, the moments that gently pass, all are expressions of this interconnected reality. We are not just observers of the universe, we are observers within it, intimately connected to its vastness, yet secure within our own gentle sphere of existence. Let your mind drift, like a tiny boat on a calm sea, carried by the gentle currents of these ideas. There is no need to grasp, no need to force understanding. Simply allow the images to form, the sensations to settle. The universe, in its quiet, magnificent complexity, is here, gently unfurling its wonders for your peaceful contemplation. And as you embrace this gentle, pervasive understanding of space as a woven fabric and light as its tender guide, allow your thoughts to grow lighter, softer, drifting closer to the quiet stillness of deep rest. Now, as our minds have gently settled into the idea of space as a soft, pervasive tapestry, let us introduce a quiet choreographer to this cosmic weave gravity. For too long, perhaps, we've imagined gravity as a demanding hand, a forceful tug that pulls objects down to the Earth, or keeps the planets chained to their stars. But in our peaceful contemplation, let us unlearn that hurried notion and discover gravity's true, more poetic nature. Imagine a vast, silken sheet, stretched taut and smooth across an invisible frame. This sheet, in our minds, represents the boundless fabric of space-time, the interwoven reality of space and time we considered in our last quiet moments. Now, gently place a single small dewdrop onto this stretched silk. Notice how the dewdrop, though seemingly insignificant, creates a tiny, almost imperceptible dimple, a subtle indentation in the fabric. The silk bends ever so slightly, yielding to the dewdrop's quiet presence. This is the essence of gravity, not a pull, but a gentle persuasion, a yielding of the very framework of existence. When a grand, cosmic body, a star, a planet, or even a slumbering moon rests within this universal tapestry, it doesn't exert a forceful tug. Instead, its immense presence persuades the fabric of space-time around it to bend and curve, to dimple inward, much like that dewdrop on silk. The heavier the object, the deeper and wider the dimple it creates. It's like the weight of a resting head on a soft, yielding pillow. The pillow doesn't pull your head down. It simply conforms to its presence, creating a comfortable hollow. Gravity works in this same tender, accommodating way. Consider the Earth, spinning lazily on its axis, wrapped in its soft, blue mantle of atmosphere. It rests within the cosmic tapestry, creating its own profound dimple. And everything on Earth, from the tallest mountain to the smallest pebble, from the deepest ocean to the lightest feather, simply follows the gentle slopes of this curved spacetime. There is no invisible rope pulling an apple from a tree, rather, the apple, released from its branch, simply rolls down the incline that Earth has persuaded spacetime to form. It's a quiet, inevitable descent along a natural curve, a graceful yielding to the contours of reality. Think of a tiny ant diligently traversing the surface of a gently sloping hill. The ant isn't being pulled down the hill. It's simply following the shortest, easiest path along the curved surface of the Earth beneath its tiny feet. In the grand cosmic ballet, planets orbit stars not because an invisible string tugs them, but because they are merely continuing their straight-line paths through space that has been gently curved by the star's immense mass. They are perpetually rolling around the rim of a vast, unseen bowl. Their journey a continuous, elegant spiral along the contours of spacetime. This reinterpretation of gravity from a forceful pull to a gentle bend reveals a profound underlying harmony in the universe. It suggests a cosmos that is not a collection of objects exerting brute force upon each other, but a single interconnected system where presence itself shapes the very stage upon which all events unfold. It is a universe of elegant geometry, of subtle influences, where the grandest celestial bodies and the smallest grains of dust alike participate in this magnificent, silent dance. Allow your mind to drift into this new understanding. Imagine the Earth not as a lonely sphere adrift in empty space, but as a cherished pearl, held within the soft, cupped hand of a vast, invisible guardian. The curvature of spacetime is that gentle hand, cradling our world, guiding its path, and shaping the destiny of everything upon it. There is a deep peace in this image, a sense of belonging within a perfectly balanced, responsive cosmos. Even the light from the sun, streaming across billions of kilometers to touch your face, is on a journey through this gently curved spacetime. It doesn't travel in perfectly rigid straight lines through an unyielding void. No, it follows the subtle undulations, the barely perceptible slopes and hollows created by the planets and stars it passes on its way. It is a river of light, gently flowing over the ever-changing landscape of spacetime. Its path a continuous, elegant curve. This concept of spacetime bending also influences how we perceive moments. Imagine standing near a massive, ancient oak tree. Its presence, its sheer weight and age, creates a tiny, almost imperceptible dimple in the fabric of spacetime around it. For an infinitesimally small degree, time near that tree might flow just a fraction of a heartbeat slower than it does far away. This is not something we consciously perceive, of course, but it speaks to the intimate connection between mass, space, and the very flow of moments. Time, like the softest honey, can become a little thicker, a little slower, in the embrace of immense presence. There is a soothing wisdom in this idea. It suggests that nothing in the universe is truly isolated. Every star, every galaxy, every particle is connected through this continuous, responsive tapestry of spacetime. The bending caused by one object gently influences the path of another, creating a cosmic ballet of intricate dependencies. It's like a vast, silent web, where the slightest vibration in one strand sends ripples of information throughout the entire structure. As your thoughts continue to drift, imagine the vast, gentle curves of distant galaxies, each one a colossal whirlpool of stars, nestled within their own enormous dimples in spacetime. The light from these galaxies has traveled for billions of years, following the vast cosmic slopes, reaching us as a faint, ancient whisper. This whisper carries within it the story of the universe's long, patient journey. A story written in the elegant language of curved space. Allow your breath to deepen, to become as slow and steady as the cosmic currents we are contemplating. There is no need for effort, no need for struggle, just a quiet acceptance of the profound, gentle interconnectedness of all things. The universe is not a rigid mechanical machine. It is a fluid, responsive, infinitely patient entity. Its deepest truths revealed not through forceful discovery, but through quiet, contemplative understanding. Let the peace of this realization wash over you, a soothing wave carrying you further into the quiet depths of peaceful rest. As our minds continue their gentle drift, attuned to the soft, pervasive fabric of spacetime and the quiet persuasion of gravity, let us now focus our gaze, not with a sharp intensity, but with a serene openness, upon the tireless traveler itself, light. In our everyday world, light seems to move in unwavering, perfectly straight lines, like a meticulously drawn pencil stroke across a clean sheet of paper. But when we expand our understanding to the grand, cosmic scale, and truly embrace the idea of space-time as a yielding tapestry, we discover a more poetic truth. Light, too, is a dancer, gracefully navigating the subtle curves and undulations of the universe. Imagine a single ray of starlight, born from the fiery heart of a distant sun, millions upon millions of years ago. It begins its immense journey, not with a hurried rush, but with an unwavering, perpetual motion, an eternal whisper across the cosmic expanse. This ray of light, this delicate messenger, sets forth into the vast, interwoven expanse of spacetime. It doesn't travel through a rigid, unyielding void, but rather glides along the very fabric that we've come to understand as soft and pliable. Now, picture this tireless traveler approaching a colossal celestial body, perhaps a sleeping giant of a galaxy, a vast spiral of billions of stars, each one a miniature sun, or a lone, ancient star, burning with quiet intensity. As our ray of light draws near to this immense presence, it doesn't collide or falter. Instead, the space-time around the massive object, having been gently persuaded to bend and curve by its enormous weight, now subtly guides the light. It's like a tiny boat sailing across a lake. When it approaches a large, submerged stone, it doesn't crash. Instead, the water itself, displaced by the stone, creates a gentle, almost imperceptible current that nudges the boat's path, steering it in a soft arc around the obstacle. This is how light behaves in the presence of gravity. It is bent or refracted, not by a direct gravitational pull, but by the very curvature of the space-time fabric upon which it travels. The light isn't pulled by the star, it simply follows the shortest, most natural path through the curved landscape that the star's presence has created. Think of it like a marathon runner, determined to follow a straight line, but unknowingly running across a vast, subtly contoured hillside. From an aerial view, their path would appear to curve, not because they actively chose to, but because the terrain itself guided their seemingly straight journey into a graceful arc. This phenomenon, known as gravitational lensing, is one of the universe's most breathtaking yet often unseen ballets. When light from a very distant galaxy travels towards us, and a massive foreground galaxy or cluster of galaxies happens to lie directly in its path, that foreground galaxy acts like a colossal, natural lens. It doesn't have glass like our earthly spectacles, but its immense mass persuades the space-time around it to bend so significantly that the light from the background galaxy is curved and magnified, sometimes even stretched into long, luminous arcs, or repeated into multiple images, like ghostly reflections in a cosmic pool. Imagine looking through a droplet of dew on a spider's web at a distant blade of grass. The tiny droplet acts as a lens, distorting and magnifying the image of the grass, perhaps making it appear strangely elongated or duplicated. The universe's grand lens of gravity performs this same magic, but on a scale that defies easy comprehension. It allows us to peer into the furthest reaches of the cosmos, seeing galaxies that would otherwise be too faint or too far away for our most powerful telescopes to detect. These arcs and distorted images are not illusions. They are simply the universe's way of revealing its own flexible, light-responsive nature, a testament to how light navigates the folds of reality. The journey of a single photon, from its birth in a stellar furnace to its gentle arrival at your eye, can span billions of years and unimaginable distances. During this silent, perpetual voyage, it may curve around the edge of a colossal galaxy, be stretched and twisted by a distant cluster, or gently undulate over the subtle spacetime ripples left by long-vanished cosmic events. Each gentle bend, each subtle deflection, is a silent record of its travels, a cosmic breadcrumb trail laid out across the ages. This light, by the time it reaches us, carries within its very essence the story of its long, patient journey through the curved valleys and hills of spacetime. There is a profound beauty in this realization, the light that illuminates your night sky. The faint glimmer of a distant star is not just a point of brightness. It is a seasoned traveler, having navigated the intricate, unseen architecture of the cosmos, shaped by the very fabric of existence. It is a whisper from the past, carrying tales of ancient formations and grand cosmic dances, all preserved within its delicate wave. Let your mind gently follow this ray of light. Imagine it weaving its way through the silent cosmos, a shimmering thread through an infinite tapestry. It doesn't resist the curves, it embraces them. It doesn't fight the bends, it yields to them, always finding its way forward. A perfect example of effortless flow. This journey, so long and vast, yet so silently conducted, speaks to the immense patience of the universe. It reminds us that even the most direct paths can have unexpected curves, and that the greatest truths often lie in the gentle deflections, rather than in the rigid straight lines. As you allow these images to softly form and fade within your mind, feel the comfort of this grand, interconnected reality. The light that touches your eyelids, gentle and warm, has perhaps journeyed across unimaginable distances, softly guided by the vast, unseen curvatures of spacetime. It is a testament to the universe's inherent elegance, its silent, perpetual dance of form and flow. There is no urgency in this journey, only a quiet, unfolding wonder. Rest in this understanding, and let your thoughts drift further into the peaceful, luminous expanse of the cosmos, carried by the very light we've contemplated. As our quiet journey continues, let us marvel at how the universe, in its boundless ingenuity, transforms itself into a magnificent optical instrument, a grand natural lens far vaster and more intricate than any crafted by human hands. We've gently explored how the presence of colossal objects persuades space-time to bend, guiding the path of light along its graceful curves. Now, let us witness the awe-inspiring spectacle this bending creates, the phenomenon of gravitational lensing. Imagine a still, glass-smooth surface of a deep, ancient pond, its waters holding perfectly still. From above, you might see the clear reflection of a distant, shimmering moon. But now, imagine dropping a single, smooth pebble into the very center of that pond. Gentle ripples begin to emanate outwards, spreading across the surface. Look again at the moon's reflection through these ripples. It no longer appears as a perfect, singular orb. Instead, it might stretch into a shimmering arc, or perhaps even multiply into several distorted, ghostly images. Each one a fragmented whisper of the original. The water, by its gentle undulations, has transformed into a living lens, reshaping the light that passes through it. This tranquil image serves as a tender analogy for how the universe itself acts as a lens. When light from an exceedingly distant galaxy, perhaps billions of light years away, embarks on its tireless journey towards our waiting eyes, it often encounters a colossal foreground object. This might be a solitary, slumbering giant of a galaxy, or, even more magnificently, a vast cluster of galaxies, a shimmering tapestry woven from thousands of stellar islands. These foreground structures, with their unimaginable collective mass, exert a profound, yet gentle influence on the fabric of space-time around them. They create deep, wide indentations, profound curvatures that persuade the very paths of light to bend. The light from that faraway galaxy, instead of traveling in an unimpeded straight line, is now curved and twisted, distorted by the immense gravitational field of the intervening galaxy cluster. It's not a violent wrenching, but a soft, persistent persuasion, like a river flowing around the base of a vast mountain range. The river's course is altered, but its flow remains serene, simply conforming to the landscape. This bending can be so profound that the light from the background galaxy can be magnified, making it appear brighter and larger than it truly is, allowing us to perceive celestial wonders that would otherwise remain forever hidden in the cosmic distance. Sometimes, the bending is so precise, so perfectly aligned, that the light from a single distant galaxy is stretched into long, luminous arcs or even rings around the foreground lensing object. These are known as Einstein rings, ethereal halos of light that stand as monumental testaments to the elegant geometry of spacetime. Imagine a tiny candle flame, its light stretched into a shimmering, almost unbroken circle by the unseen curvatures of a colossal, cosmic lens. Each arc, each luminous smear, is a unique fingerprint of the universe's ability to warp and reshape perception. Even more astonishingly, gravitational lensing can sometimes create multiple images of the same distant object. A single, faraway galaxy might appear as two, three, or even more distinct luminous points, arranged in a curious pattern around the foreground lens. It's as if the cosmic light, instead of taking a single road, has found multiple paths through the curved valleys of spacetime, each path offering a slightly different perspective, a subtle, varied echo of the original. Each of these ghostly reflections whispers the same story, yet from a uniquely bent angle, revealing the profound depth of spacetime's pliancy. These grand cosmic lenses are not merely optical curiosities. They are invaluable tools for the patient observers who peer through the veil of night. By studying the subtle distortions and magnifications caused by gravitational lensing, we can gently infer the presence of invisible matter, the enigmatic dark matter that makes up the vast majority of the universe's mass. This dark matter, which does not emit or reflect light, reveals its quiet presence only through its gravitational influence, its unseen weight bending the very light that passes near it. Gravitational lenses become cosmic scales, weighing the unseen, allowing us to trace the ghostly scaffolding of the universe. The beauty of gravitational lensing lies in its simplicity and its profound implications. It is a quiet reminder that space is not empty, but a dynamic, responsive medium. It's a universe that engages in subtle conversations with the light that traverses it, a silent dialogue between gravity's persuasion and light's tireless journey. There is no violence in this interaction, no dramatic clash, simply an inherent, graceful yielding, a harmonious interplay that shapes the very images we perceive of the distant cosmos. As you allow these images to softly form and then gently dissipate in your mind, consider the vast, intricate dance happening far beyond the familiar confines of your world. Imagine the light from ancient galaxies, having traveled for eons, gently persuaded to arc and bend by the colossal, unseen presence of other galaxies, before finally, softly, arriving at our quiet telescopes. It is a testament to the universe's enduring artistry, its ability to paint magnificent scenes not with pigments, but with the very fabric of reality itself. Let your breath deepen, becoming as smooth and constant as the flow of light through curved spacetime. There is no need to rush, no need to force understanding. Simply allow the grand, serene vision of the universe as a vast, gentle lens to fill your thoughts. Feel the profound tranquility that comes from knowing you are part of a cosmos that is not rigid and unyielding, but wonderfully flexible and endlessly revealing, always prepared to show its hidden beauty to the patient. Peaceful observer. Let this understanding cradle your mind, guiding you further into the quiet depths of restful slumber. having gracefully navigated the grand cosmic lenses, where light curves like a gentle river around the silent mountains of galaxies. Let us now turn our quiet contemplation to a companion of space, an inseparable thread in the woven fabric of reality time. For in the profound embrace of gravity, not only does space yield and bend, but time itself reveals a subtle, astonishing pliancy, flowing not as a rigid, unyielding torrent, but like a slow-moving, tranquil stream. Imagine a crystal-clear mountain stream, its waters usually bubbling and rushing over smooth stones. This is how we often perceive time in our daily lives, a constant, unwavering current, always moving forward at the same swift pace, carrying us relentlessly from one moment to the next. But what happens when that stream encounters an immense, ancient boulder, a colossal presence that rises from its bed? The water doesn't simply crash against it, instead it gently parts, flowing around the boulder, and in its immediate vicinity, the current visibly slows down. The water seems to deepen, to become more deliberate, almost hesitant, before resuming its usual speed downstream. This gentle slowing of the stream is a beautiful analogy for how gravity persuades time to dilate or stretch. Just as a massive object creates a dimple, a gentle curve in the fabric of space, it also subtly deepens the flow of time around it. Time, near a colossal star or a slumbering planet, doesn't rush by with the same urgency as it does in the vast, empty reaches of interstellar space. No, it becomes a little thicker, a little heavier, a little more deliberate, as if settling into the immense presence that surrounds it. Consider the very air you breathe. When it moves freely, it rushes about. But if you were to stand in a dense, ancient forest, filled with towering trees and a profound quiet, the air itself might feel different, heavier, more still, as if the sheer presence of the trees has persuaded it to slow its restless dance. Time, in the presence of great mass, experiences a similar gentle persuasion. It doesn't halt or snap, but rather flows with a patient, almost stately rhythm. On Earth, the effect is infinitesimally small, almost imperceptible to our hurried senses. Clocks on the ground, nearer to Earth's gentle gravitational embrace, tick ever so slightly slower than clocks on satellites orbiting high above, where Earth's gravitational influence is a whispered breath rather than a deep embrace. This difference, though minute, is not a mere scientific curiosity. It is a fundamental truth woven into the very fabric of our reality. And it is crucial for technologies like our global positioning systems, which rely on the most precise understanding of time's gentle variations. Without accounting for this cosmic slowing, our maps would lead us astray, a testament to the profound subtlety of spacetime. Think of an ancient, gnarled tree, standing for centuries, its roots reaching deep into the earth. For the tiny creatures that live within its bark, a season might feel like a lifetime. For the tree itself, centuries are but a succession of slow, deliberate growth rings. Time, for the tree, might feel different, more expansive, flowing with a greater patience than it does for the fleeting butterfly that flits around its leaves. This difference in perception, however subtle, hints at the pliancy of time itself, its ability to conform to the scale and presence of the entities within its flow. When we consider objects of truly immense scale, like neutron stars, the incredibly dense remnants of collapsed suns, the effect becomes much more pronounced. Imagine an object so massive that a mere spoonful of its material would weigh billions of tons. Such an object creates an extraordinarily deep well in spacetime. Near its surface, time would slow to a crawl, like thick, shimmering honey. A single hour for an observer far away might feel like mere minutes, or even seconds, for someone brave enough to approach its quiet, intense presence. It is a place where the ordinary rules of temporal flow are gently, but profoundly, re-sculpted by the sheer weight of existence. This is the deeper meaning of spacetime as a unified entity. It's not just space that bends, But time, too, stretches and contracts in response to the universe's colossal architecture. They are eternally linked, two inseparable aspects of the same cosmic dance. You cannot bend one without influencing the other, like two dancers holding hands. Their movements always influencing each other's graceful sway. There is a profound sense of patience and endurance in this understanding. The universe, in its grand design, allows time to adapt, to gently yield to the presence of its colossal inhabitants. It suggests that there is no universal, rigid clock ticking uniformly for all. Instead, each part of the cosmos experiences its own unique temporal rhythm, a subtle symphony of varying speeds, all interconnected yet individually flowing. It's a universe that breathes, expands, and settles, with time as its ever-present, quietly flowing pulse. Allow your mind to absorb this gentle revelation. Imagine yourself floating in the soft embrace of the cosmos, feeling the subtle, varying currents of time washing over you. Near a distant, slumbering star, time flows with a deep, patient rhythm. In the vast open expanses between galaxies, it quickens, a light, airy current. You are a part of this living, breathing universe, experiencing its intricate dance of space and time, all around you, all within you. Let your own breath become as deep and unhurried as the slow, patient flow of time in the vicinity of a distant, massive star. Feel the stillness settle around you, a profound quiet that allows you to truly rest. There is no urgency here, only the gentle and persistent hum of cosmic truths unfolding, revealing themselves with a tender grace. As you drift on the currents of these thoughts, allow the profound peace of a universe that adapts and flows, even in its most fundamental elements, to carry you into the deepest, most tranquil slumber. Having journeyed through the gentle undulations of spacetime and the patient, slow currents of time near massive celestial bodies, let us now approach, with profound reverence and a quiet sense of wonder, one of the cosmos's most enigmatic and often misunderstood phenomena, the black hole. For too long, the image of a black hole has been shadowed by notions of insatiable hunger and violent destruction. But in our peaceful contemplation, let us shed those hurried perceptions and perceive them anew, not as ravenous devourers, but as quiet, ultimate expressions of spacetime's profound flexibility. Imagine, if you will, not a cosmic vacuum cleaner, but a point of absolute stillness, where the fabric of spacetime has yielded so completely to the presence of an immense mass that it folds in upon itself, creating an infinitely deep well. Picture that silken sheet we used before, stretched taut and smooth. Now, instead of merely dimpling, imagine a central point where the weight is so overwhelmingly vast, so incredibly concentrated, that the fabric stretches endlessly downward, creating a bottomless funnel, a tranquil, silent vortex. At the heart of a black hole, there is no outward force, no violent pull that tugs at the universe. Instead, its immense mass simply persuades space-time to curve so profoundly that all paths, all directions, inevitably lead inward. It's like standing on the very edge of a perfectly circular, perpetually calm waterfall, where the water, by its sheer, relentless flow, simply carries anything that crosses its lip gracefully, silently, and irrevocably over the edge. There is no struggle, no splash, just a quiet, unyielding progression. The most profound and poetic aspect of a black hole is its event horizon. This is not a solid surface, nor a crushing barrier. Instead, imagine it as an invisible, shimmering veil, a one-way threshold woven from the very essence of spacetime. When light, the tireless traveler we have contemplated, approaches this veil, it does not fight or recoil. Instead, it drifts gently towards it, and upon reaching this point of no return, it simply continues its journey inward, gracefully, silently, and irrevocably. No light can escape from beyond this horizon. not because it is trapped by a violent force, but because the spacetime itself has curved so much that all future paths, even for light, point only inward. Think of it like a beautiful, gossamer silken curtain. Light passes through it, but if you were on one side, you could not see a lamp on the other. The curtain doesn't absorb the light, it simply prevents the return journey, subtly altering its perception. This is the black hole's breath, a silent, inward sigh of spacetime, so profound that even light, the fastest messenger, becomes a permanent, internal part of its quiet, enigmatic presence. There is a profound peace in this inevitability. A black hole represents the ultimate state of a cosmic equilibrium, a place where the universe has reached a profound, almost meditative state of gravitational collapse. It is a testament to the immense power of presence, a cosmic anchor around which spacetime wraps itself in an eternal, silent embrace. Far from being a chaotic maw, a black hole is a region of ultimate stillness, a place where the relentless tick of time stretches to infinity for an outside observer, and where space is utterly, completely folded. Even objects that fall into a black hole don't experience a violent sucking. As they cross the event horizon, they simply continue their journey, inexorably drawn along the profound, inward curving pathways of spacetime. For the object itself, time might slow down or distort in unimaginable ways as it approaches the central singularity, the true infinitesimal heart of the black hole, a point where all the mass is concentrated. But from afar, from the safe distance of our contemplation, the process is one of quiet, elegant yielding. This understanding softens the sharp edges of fear that often surround the concept of black holes. They are not hungry monsters lurking in the dark. They are cosmic masterpieces of physics, embodying the most extreme yet most graceful curvatures of spacetime. They are nature's profound laboratories, where the very fabric of reality is stretched, compressed, and folded in ways we can only begin to softly imagine. As you allow these images to gently form and then softly dissipate within your tranquil mind, consider the vast, silent, and often misunderstood wonders that populate our universe. The black hole, in its silent grandeur, reminds us that even the most extreme phenomena can be understood with a gentle curiosity, and that profound stillness can exist at the heart of immense power. It is a place where light, the universal messenger, chooses an eternal inward journey, becoming one with the deep quiet of ultimate gravity. Let your own breath deepen, becoming as soft and imperceptible as the flow of light across an event horizon. There is no need for tension, no need for resistance. Simply allow yourself to be carried by the peaceful currents of these cosmic truths. Feel the quiet mystery of the universe settling around you, a gentle lullaby composed of gravity and light. In this profound stillness, allow your mind to drift deeper, further into the calm, boundless expanse of restful sleep. As our journey through the vast, curving landscapes of spacetime gently continues, guiding us from the familiar dawn in your room to the profound stillness around a black hole. Let us now pivot our gaze, not with a sudden shift, but with the soft, delicate touch of a hummingbird's wing, towards the infinitesimally small. We are about to step, not into chaos, but into the wondrous, dreamlike realm of quantum physics, where reality itself reveals its most fundamental, most mysterious, and often most beautiful threads. Imagine, if you will, that grand tapestry we spoke of, woven from space and time. We've seen how it can gently stretch and curve on the cosmic scale. Now imagine zooming in, closer and closer, past the dust motes dancing in a sunbeam, past the intricate patterns of a single leaf, beyond the very atoms that make up your hand, until you reach a scale so tiny, so utterly foundational, that our everyday intuitions begin to softly dissolve. Here, reality itself begins to whisper its deepest, strangest secrets. At this astonishingly small scale, The universe is not made of solid, unyielding particles, like tiny, hard marbles. No, it is a much more ethereal dance. Instead, everything, from the light we've contemplated to the very substance of your being, exists as a wave of possibility. Think of a perfectly still pond, its surface unblemished, reflecting the quiet sky. Before you drop a pebble, the water itself exists as a smooth, continuous wave, a potential for ripples. This is akin to how particles exist in the quantum realm as gentle, spreading waves of probability, flowing serenely until they are softly observed. These waves of possibility are not fixed. They are fluid, dynamic, and endlessly fascinating. A single electron, for instance, is not a tiny dot spinning around a nucleus. Instead, it is a cloud of potential, a gentle smear of probability, existing in multiple places at once. Like the faint, overlapping echoes in a vast, empty hall, it doesn't choose a specific location until it is, in some subtle way, interacted with or observed. And even then, it doesn't snap into place with a sudden jolt. Rather, its wave of possibility gently, irrevocably, settles into a single, precise reality, much like a spreading ripple eventually finds its perfect shape as it reaches the shore. This concept, often called superposition, is one of the most profound whispers from the quantum world. It suggests that the universe, at its most fundamental level, is filled with quiet potential, with possibilities gently unfurling, waiting for the soft touch of observation to solidify into a singular experience. It implies a deeper interconnectedness than we often realize, where everything is subtly intertwined in a dance of gentle uncertainty until a moment of revelation. There is a deep peace in this idea, a sense that reality is not rigid, but wonderfully fluid, always open to subtle transformations. And what of light in this microscopic tapestry? The very photons we've followed on their cosmic journeys also embody this dual nature. Sometimes, a photon behaves like a tiny, discrete packet of energy, a gentle particle, like a single, perfectly formed pearl. At other times, it reveals its wave-like nature, spreading out like a ripple across a pond, a continuous hum of possibility. This wave-particle duality is not a contradiction. It is simply the universe's way of showing its multifaceted nature, revealing different aspects of its gentle presence depending on how we choose to quietly observe it. Imagine a soft, shimmering gossamer veil, intricately woven with countless threads. Each thread is a tiny quantum possibility, vibrating with silent energy. When we interact with this veil, when we gently touch a single thread, the entire fabric subtly responds, and a specific pattern emerges from the boundless potential. This is a far cry from the noisy, clanking machines of our everyday world. Instead, it is a universe that whispers, that suggests, that gently unfolds its realities in response to our quiet inquiry. This journey into the quantum realm is not meant to startle, but to soothe. It deepens our understanding of the universe as a place of profound subtlety, where even the smallest components are imbued with a quiet magic. There is a profound harmony in this uncertainty, a sense that everything is delicately balanced, precisely tuned, yet infinitely flexible. It's a reminder that beneath the solid appearances of our world, there lies a flowing, dreaming reality, full of hidden potential. As you allow these deeply strange, yet profoundly beautiful ideas to gently wash over your mind, like soft moonlight through a window pane, feel the peace of knowing that the very essence of your being, too, is a part of this quantum dance. The atoms within you, the light that touches your skin, the thoughts that drift through your consciousness, all are expressions of this interwoven, probabilistic ballet. You are a microcosm of the universe, a universe of possibilities unfolding within you. Let your breath become as soft and even as the subtle vibrations of quantum threads. There's no need for certainty, no need for rigid answers. Simply allow the wonder of this gentle uncertainty to lull you further into a state of profound relaxation. The universe, in its smallest details, is as beautiful and as serene as its grandest expanses, a testament to an underlying order that reveals itself not through force, but through quiet contemplation. Embrace this soft, shimmering reality and let it carry you gently into the deepest, most peaceful slumber as the profound, dreamlike quality of the quantum realm softly fades, leaving behind a lingering sense of gentle mystery. Let us now gently weave together the threads of our cosmic journey. We began in the familiar warmth of your living room, felt the subtle persuasion of gravity, followed the bending path of light across vast celestial landscapes, and even touched upon the quiet, probabilistic dance of the very smallest particles. Now, let us gather these insights and hear the universe's most tender message. A whisper from the cosmos that connects the grandest scales of reality to the most intimate corners of your own being. Imagine that single ray of starlight once more, born from a sun perhaps millions or even billions of years ago. This ray, as we learned, did not travel a rigid, unwavering path. No, it embarked on an immense, unhurried pilgrimage, patiently following the graceful curves of spacetime. It might have arced around a colossal galaxy, its light subtly stretched and magnified by a foreground cluster, acting as a cosmic lens. It might have drifted slowly past the intense, silent presence of a neutron star, experiencing a fleeting moment where time itself seemed to deepen and slow. This ray of light, this ancient messenger, has carried within its very essence the story of its long, patient journey through the universe's varied landscape. Now, picture this ancient light, having traversed unimaginable distances and countless cosmic phenomena, finally, softly, reaching your eyes. Perhaps it is the faint glimmer of a distant star visible through your window, or the reflection of the moon, its light having first traveled from the sun, then bounced off the lunar surface, before making its final gentle descent to you. This is not merely a flicker, it is a whisper from the past, a tangible connection to events that unfolded eons ago, far beyond the reach of human memory. It brings with it the silent echo of curved spacetime, the ghost of gravitational bends, and the ancient patience of cosmic journeying. Each photon that touches your retina is a tiny fragment of history, a profound narrative delivered with exquisite gentleness. It tells of the birth of stars, the quiet expansion of the universe, and the subtle, continuous interaction between light and the very fabric of existence. It reminds us that even when we are still, suspended in the quiet embrace of our own space, we are inextricably linked to the vast, ongoing cosmic ballet. The light is a universal language, spoken in the softest glow, heard not with our ears, but with the deepest parts of our contemplative minds. Consider how this echoes the quantum reality we just gently explored. At its core, light is both a wave and a particle, a flowing possibility and a definite event. The journey of that single ray of starlight is a beautiful manifestation of this duality. It flowed as a wave of potential across the universe's curved expanse, a continuous, shimmering presence. Yet, when it finally reached your eye, it interacted as a discrete particle, a tiny individual packet of energy, delivering its ancient message in a precise, singular moment. This gentle interaction, this subtle meeting of light and sight, is a microcosm of the universe's quiet unfolding, where possibilities gracefully resolve into experience. There is an immense comfort in this interconnectedness. It means you are never truly separate from the grand cosmic dance. The gravitational pull that keeps you gently on the Earth is the same pervasive curvature that steers light around galaxies. The light that allows you to see the world around you is the very same light that journeys from the most distant stars, carrying the tales of the universe's deep past. Your breath, your very existence, is part of this continuous, flowing tapestry of spacetime, always held, always guided, always connected. Let your mind drift. like a tiny boat on a vast, calm ocean, listening to the silent songs of the cosmos. These are not booming anthems, but gentle harmonies, composed of curving light, flowing time, and the soft, perpetual motion of all things. There is no urgency in this universal melody, only a profound, underlying peace, an endless rhythm that invites you to simply be, without effort, without demand. The universe, in its boundless wisdom, does not require dramatic understanding or frantic seeking. It simply unfolds its truths, softly, patiently, for those who are willing to listen with a quiet heart and an open mind. The bending of light by space, the gentle slowing of time, the quantum dance of possibility. These are not complex equations to be solved, but profound poems to be felt, to be absorbed into the very essence of your restful being. As your thoughts begin to grow lighter, softer, almost translucent, like the first mist rising from a tranquil lake at dawn, feel the profound sense of safety that envelops you. You are held by the same forces that hold galaxies in their silent embrace, warmed by the same light that travels from the most ancient stars. The universe is a vast, benevolent cradle, rocking you gently towards deeper repose. Allow your breath to become a deep, slow rhythm, echoing the patient, expansive breath of the cosmos. With each exhale, release any lingering tension, any scattered thoughts, allowing them to drift away like tiny, forgotten clouds. With each inhale, draw in the quiet wisdom of the universe, the pervasive peace of its interconnectedness. You are preparing to embark on a different kind of journey now, an inner voyage into the tranquil depths of your own consciousness, guided by the very essence of light and space that we have contemplated. Listen now, not with your ears, but with your entire being, to the quiet lullaby of the cosmos. It whispers of endless journeys, of patient transformations, of a reality that is far more wondrous and far more serene than we often allow ourselves to imagine. Let this whisper carry you, gently, effortlessly, towards the profound stillness of sleep, where your mind can wander freely through the dreams woven from the very fabric of spacetime. As our quiet journey through the boundless wonders of the universe gently draws to a close, having explored the vast reaches where light bends space and time flows like a slow, patient stream, let us now return to the most familiar and welcoming space of all the gentle embrace of your own consciousness, preparing for the profound stillness of sleep. For sleep, too, is a journey, a small, personal cosmic voyage where your mind can drift, unburdened, through its own inner expanse. Much like a star silently crossing the night sky, feel the soft weight of your body, settling deeper into the comforting contours beneath you. Notice the rhythm of your breath, a gentle wave rising and falling, a personal echo of the universe's own vast, slow expansion and quiet contraction. There is no need for effort here, no need to hold on to any thought. Just allow each exhale to be a quiet release, a letting go of the day's lingering echoes, like tiny gossamer seeds carried away by a soft evening breeze. And with each inhale, draw in the pervasive calm that now surrounds you, a deep well of peace that is always available, always waiting. Remember the light we followed, the tireless traveler that navigated the universe's curved pathways? Now, imagine that light softening within your own mind, transforming into a gentle, internal glow. This isn't the harsh brilliance of a midday sun, but the tender luminescence of distant starlight, or the soft, diffuse shimmer of moonlight filtering through clouds. This inner light illuminates your thoughts, not with sharp clarity, but with a dreamy, ethereal quality, allowing them to gently unfurl and then softly dissolve, like images in a half-forgotten dream. The space around you, which we've learned is not empty, but a responsive, welcoming fabric, now holds you in its tender embrace. Feel its quiet support, its unwavering presence. Your room is a safe haven, a tranquil bubble where the whispers of the universe can be heard without the clamor of the outside world. This personal space is your sanctuary, a place where the mind can truly rest, free from external demands, free from the need to grasp or analyze. It is here that true repose begins, a descent into the quiet depths where your consciousness can gently wander. Think of gravity, not as a pulling force, but as a gentle persuasion, a profound yielding of space-time to presence. Now, feel that gentle persuasion within yourself. It is the subtle weight that anchors you, grounding you to the very moment, allowing your muscles to relax, your limbs to grow heavy and still. This gentle weight is not a burden, it is a comfort, a quiet assurance that you are held, secure within the universe's boundless embrace. Allow this feeling of gentle weight to deepen, pulling you softly, irrevocably, into the quietude of slumber. As you drift, let your mind become like a star, setting out on its own silent journey across the cosmic tapestry. This journey is not one of physical movement, but of conscious wandering. You are exploring the vast inner landscapes of your own imagination, weaving together the silent truths we've contemplated. Perhaps you see faint echoes of galaxies, swirling gently in the darkness behind your closed eyes. Perhaps you feel the slow, patient flow of time as moments stretch and blur into a seamless, restful continuum. The universe, in its quiet, magnificent complexity, has offered us its most beautiful scientific poetry. We've understood that science is the code, not through equations and jargon, but through metaphors of soft silk, flowing water, and the patient unfolding of natural phenomena. We've learned that suto mo kong kan tin, finding wonder not in shock, but in the serene contemplation of how light bends, how time flows, and how the smallest particles whisper their possibilities. And now, we embody the idea that gyak gula mot hantrin, hong fai mot jish jen, a gentle invitation to let the mind explore its own inner cosmos. You are now entering that realm where the known gently blends with the unknown, where the clear lines of waking thought soften and dissolve into the nebulous comfort of dreams. There is a profound safety in this transition, a sense of deep trust in the universe's perpetual rhythm of day and night, wakefulness and rest. Your very being is attuned to this rhythm, preparing for its natural, restorative embrace. Let the whispers of the cosmos now become your gentle lullaby. The silent dance of gravity, the long, patient journey of starlight, the quiet mysteries of the quantum world all converge into a single, harmonious hum of peace. This profound symphony of scientific beauty is not meant to awaken you, but to soothe, to quiet the restless mind, and to guide you effortlessly towards the deepest, most rejuvenating slumber. As your consciousness softens and your thoughts grow distant, like faint stars twinkling on the edge of perception, remember the peace that resides in understanding the universe's quiet elegance. You are a part of this beauty, a conscious observer within its magnificent, unfolding story. Release all effort. Let go of all holding. Just drift, gently, securely, into the boundless, comforting quiet. The stars themselves are now beginning their long, slow slumber, and you, too, are invited to join their silent, peaceful rest. Good night, weary traveler. May your sleep be as deep and boundless as the cosmos itself.